And here's a stock that you need to keep on your radar this morning, and it's going to be Avenue Supermarts or DMart, as the company did put out its quarterly numbers and yes, was impacted on the back of the COVID lockdown, as margins have been squeezed, and the management as well has acknowledged that there has been a significant impact. Let's in fact take it down to Karunya, who joins in to break down the quarterly numbers for us and what exactly the management had to say. Karunya.
The first retailer to report their Q1 earnings performance, DMart, and as expected, the earnings were lackluster owing primarily to the lockdown woes. If you look at the revenue, it was down close to 34%. Largely in line with what the ET Now poll also indicated. But what's really a large miss is the profitability and the margins performance coming in at 2.8% versus 10.3%. Now, the management has given a very comprehensive commentary and sort of explanation of what were the key highlights of Q1. Let me just highlight a few of them. They said lockdown had a significant impact on their operational performance. Being in the essential product business, they could sort of help provide essentials to their shoppers. They were able to pay the salaries timely, pay their suppliers, their vendors, all of their dues. So no disruptions on that front. But yes, even in the zones where the lockdown was partially lifted, they've not seen any surge in walk-ins, unlike global organized players who have seen a very solid uptick in walk-ins. Here they say in India or Indian context, it's mostly small shops, neighborhood stores which have been coming back with a huge amount of resurgence. Value really is in the top of the shopper's mind during lockdown. It's the essential services, so they are sort of getting attracted more to that. As far as outlook is concerned, the outlook continues to remain uncertain for them. But yes, they are less anxious right now than they were in April 2020 at the start of the first quarter. Their business model of store ownership, steady store additions and focus on cost efficiency are the factors that have really helped them face the pandemic shocks with relatively less harm. DMart's Ready sale in Mumbai have grown very well, so they're looking to scale that up in other areas as well in a meaningful manner. Discretionary consumption is still under pressure. It could be impacting gross margins negatively going forward as well, and store operations also continue to be inconsistent. So that's essentially what the verdict and what the commentary looks like. Street is still quite impressed by the numbers. They said that given the lockdown woes, the sales performance has been quite commendable. But yes, impact on discretionary segment is something to watch out for, and miss on profits is primarily owing to deterioration and lack of operating leverage.
Thanks very much, Karunya, for giving us all of those details.